Okay, I think it just started before. I'm not sure. So I'm trying to remember where I was at. Because I'm coming to you, hey, it's Elizabeth with Willow. I'm coming to you on Zoom, and I click to go live on YouTube, and I never know when it starts because it doesn't give me an actual cue. So I'm just kind of staring at you. So hey, so I wanted to be here with you, so I am. And while this is alive, I'm coming from Zoom, so I can't see the phone. Uh, I wanted to pull for you from three decks that I have not, maybe once, I think once, but I've never pulled all three at the same time. It's a very interesting set. I got this early days of reading, and I just thought it was so fun. So they're all by Maya Toll. It's strange. I wonder if this was her first one. We'll start with the crystals. So this is Crystallary, the illustrated Crystallary. It's really pretty. It's hard. And here's the cards. Okay. All right. We're doing this today. First, we're gonna name it ingredients from the video. For those of you that read with me, the camera keeps going and going, yeah, we can talk about something. Have fun. So let's name that next week. How can we name that next week? You think of a series of letters. I am seeing the letter E, but my name is Elizabeth, so. Oh, maybe it's named from a different time. Let's see. So. We're thinking of it in the text sense. We're just gonna go with it. I think if we name the entity, it'll be easy. It'll be easier for us to connect. Like if you pull a tarot card, say the name of the card. Say the name of the card first. Let's you pull the Eight of Cups. Say Eight of Cups. I said call the Eight of Cups. Count how many cups there are. There's one for it. And then start looking around the card. Okay. Anyway, so the Illustrated Crystallary by Maya Toll. Guidance and Rituals from 36 Magical Gems. Now the other two sets are in a nice box, which is just great for carrying and keeps it protected. And this is the illustrated herbiary, and it actually says collectible box set. Now I think I automatically assume it's just capital. If you don't have the capital, the money to spend, then you don't get the things you want. Like, well, the things that cost money though. And then we have the illustrated bestiary. Collectible box set. All right, so we've got herbs, animals, and crystals. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna go to the crystal one first. The cards are getting messy. It doesn't, maybe now it comes in a box. And I'll go ahead and say too, these are incredibly low quality cards. I like the sets, but the cards are shit. They're so thin. I've got crease marks, and you can literally see, hold on, look, where the perforations are. Is that the right word? You can see these raised dots right here and here. It's where they separate the sheets. Like somebody's like out there making 2 cents an hour to separate sheets. So that's not awesome. However, now when we go to the next set, let's see what we get. It was maybe, I'm totally assuming Maya told wanted to get it out. This is what she could fucking afford. Go for it, Maya, because you got it into my hands. So thank you. Okay, let's take the gospel. All right. I go live from Zoom as opposed to YouTube because I've always done it this way. It's comfortable, it's easy. I get it done. Oh, all right. Oh, what is that? That is Smoky Quartz. We are not reading with this one. I just want to show you. Is this a squirrel? I think it's supposed to be a, no, that's a chipmunk. It's resting. Isn't that adorable? The cards do have borders, but all of the images, like here's, this says turquoise, find your way home. It's really pretty, guys. They're really cute cards. They're slightly smaller than the average playing card, slightly less tall. All right, let's go into that. Was this illustrated by Kate O'Hara. I was like, is that illustrated by Kate? However, my total has single credit for the herbiary, So maybe she did the earthy way, although it looks awfully similar, like it looks it. Let's see. Okay. Okay, I got it. If I win, so if everyone subscribes to my channel and I make like $1 billion, I would love, I actually have a manifestation list of what financially, like where I would like to put my money. And a lot of it is, towards water. Anything I can do to help water, because water meets water. Everywhere on our planet, water meets water. If you're able to help a small community with their water, however that, whatever that means to you, however that plays out, you're in fact helping the global community of water. So I believe that, and I want to help water. I want to partner with Mr. Beast because he already has a stable infrastructure and knowledge in the tax to help. And he does do things with that. Kind of cool. So I must race. Hi, Jimmy. So, but if you guys want a love reading, I can totally do a love reading. All right. Still shuffling for the crystal. Okay. So I get a sensation in my hand, but I'm gonna try something. Is this card pull for the entity in the corner? I got a 8 in a right elbow, but it means something, but I don't know. Okay, so let's see another question about that. Does this card have anything, how do I say this? Does this card pull cross dimensions? Yes. All right, let's pull the card. This card pull crosses dimensions. So your dimensional self, my dimensional self, in another dimension, hematite. This is something to do with astral projection or astral cartography. All right, let's see. I do want to show you guys. So the book is fabulous. Can you see the metallic? They really put quite a bit of money into this. I think it's stunning. The inside right here, it has like a slight sheen to it. Beautiful thick pages that I'm pretty sure I can highlight without bleed through. Although if you guys are interested in highlighting, then you're like, oh my god, all my anchors. Try not to say God and Jesus. And God damn it, because it pushes the Christian agenda. Anytime the words of the Christian church come out of my mouth, I am in some way supporting them. You need that phone. So, and if that is offensive, that's okay, that's your. All right, so hematite, back to the highlighter. This is what I'm calling a gel highlighter. I think that's what Mr. Penn calls it too. This is Mr. Penn. That's the brand I ended up getting. I got this on Amazon. I have not seen these at Ross, which is the only place I shop for that stuff. So you can kind of see maybe it's like not ink. It's gel. It's like this gel that they firmed up. And it's stunning. And I love it. And then they have other ones. Like this is not a gel. This is opaque. So it has a slightly different look when it hits the paper. But I do like these a lot. They might have ink ones too, but ugh, I'm so sick of not being able to tell what on the other side of the page, you know? Anyway, goodness gracious, let's read that card. Okay, so we have table of contents. Thank you. I love this. I love this. I have decks that I think my favorite time card. Well, it's in Peridot. That's my birthstone, and it says so much life in you. So before we go to the card, let's do that. I'm having a fun time. I'm having so much fun. I'm having so much fun. Okay, let's do this. So for those of you that know crystals, or maybe you'll hear one of the, oh, I like to get the with that sound. Whatever. So there's a statement after each one. Garden ports. No, garden ports. There are worlds within azurite, activate for gold, labradorite, Recharge your destiny. Amber. What are you becoming? Moonstone. Ebb and flow. Lapis lazuli. Step up to sovereignty, my queen. All right. You are the foundation. Emerald. Be your intuition. Sigilite. Segilite. Sigilite. Feel in order to know. Chrysocolla. What do you need? Amethyst. Expand into wonder. Larimar. First, the fire. Carnelian. Get curious. Imperial topaz. You live in abundance. Blue topaz. Be soft and listen. Ruby. You, only more so. Get out your ruby cigarettes. Alamandine garment. Blessings in blood. Salt. Wait, what's a crystal? Is it? The fundamentals of humanness. Is it water? Is it sodium in water? You can dissolve salt in the water and then extract the salt by dissolving the water. You actually might do anything you say. Okay. Leopard delight. Breathe in your trees. Peridot. So much life in you. Celestial quartz. That's Elestial. Celestial quartz. Become inimitable. What the fuck is inimitable? Hold on. Not to break the flow here, but I gotta ask that so the kid doesn't think what I look at it. Inimitable? I like saying it. Oh, it's fun. Okay, hold on. What does inimitable mean? There's it, inimitable. No, not inevitable. What does INIMITABLE mean? So unique, distinctive, or exceptional that it cannot be copied or imitated successfully. Wow. Become inimitable. And that is celestial quartz. Okay, I think I need some celestial. I already am that, but I think I need some celestial quartz. Selenite. Sacred center. Citrine. Sodalite. Come to calm. Morganite. Kill yourself. Who's it? Morgan RuPaul. Morgan Michaels, I think. So Morgan, if you want Morganite and you kill yourself, so that can be your partner that you allow to kill you, or what you do to kill yourself. All right. Hematite. Yeah, I'm just throwing something down. Hematite. Anchor in. Isn't that what it is? Anchor in. Hematite, anchor in. Let's go and go apart. I want to know what it's page 119. What were we talking about? I was talking about like tethering, and it's saying anchor in. Okay, let's do this. Okay, so we're trying to hematite. Look, this is what the card looks like, but it's full over here. Oh my God, the next 2 pages are all about hematite. Yeah, okay. So it, on the Mohs hardness scale, it's a 5 to 6.5. Anchor in. Hematite instructs. Whether, oh, I said hematite, but it's hematite. Whether it's your thoughts running rampant, your energy shooting off in 70 directions, or your spirit wanting to fly free from your skin. Hematite's message is the same. Anchor in. Reach down into your being, find your core, and feel yourself connected to the heart of the earth. Reach down into your being, find your core, and feel yourself connected to the heart of the earth. Let the iron in the planet's center sing for the iron in your blood, reminding you of your roots. Let the structure of this iron-rich stone support your thoughts and anchor your emotions so you can bring your best self forward and ripple that energy out to those around you. So this next page for hematite offers ritual, and it says part of the whole. Roots not only keep you from toppling over, they keep you from top spinning on your troubles. Your roots serve as a grounding block. There are many ways to root. One is connecting with lineage. Connecting with your lineage reminds you that you're a part of woven fabric, that you are not the first person to have walked these pathways. Think about lineages you are already a part of. Your family of origin, your family of choice. Maybe you follow a religious path or a goddess, or feel connected to a certain element. Are you a child of the forest or the ocean? Do you have an intellectual lineage as a follower of the ancient philosophers or quantum physicists? Whatever it is that makes you feel connected, claim it, name it, and see yourself as a part of this greater whole. Call on those who came before, even if you don't know their names. Write a letter to whomever or whatever you want to actively claim as an ancestor. Tell them who you are, who you want to become, and how their energy can support your growth. Offer your gratitude for their guidance. And then we have reflection. Reflection is understanding structure in this book for hematite. Most things in nature have structure, whether it's the crystalline structure of stones or the spiraling leaves of a fern unfurling. Structure is inherent to natural systems. Yet structure can feel confining. Within a tight structure, options are limited, and the way forward is often through the pain. Where does structure appear in your life? Are you comfortable within a structure, or do you rebel against it? And when you answer these questions, look further if you're comfortable and answer why you answered that. Does pushing against structure help you understand yourself and your position on issues that spark your spirit? And these questions and these answers are for you. You may not answer with your friend. That's great. You may answer differently tomorrow. That's great. You answer. Yay, that's hematite. I love it because that was really pretty. So we're going to finish off this series. Well, we're gonna go to the second one. You guys could, I have no idea how long this video is gonna be. If you're like, oh my gosh, it's gonna be more. Paul's here. Come back later. This is the second book. All right, so we've got the illustrated bestiary. We're looking at the baby animals. And this is 36 inspiring animals. Okay, so we have, again, this gorgeous book. It's got the metallics in the ink. It's very pretty. But this time, okay, look, the cards are much bigger. They're in a box, which is, yes, okay, let me just check. Yeah, it's the same. She followed the same structure in the book. It looks like ritual reflection. Yeah, I like it a lot. I like how she did it. Let's look at the cards. Okay, these are gold gilded. I'm gonna say that there just wasn't the capital in the beginning. There wasn't the ability. And these are what we did. No, she could have published this one that I'm talking about last, but whatever. I definitely like the whole set, all three books. If you're really like, I only want them in a box, okay, just avoid the crystal and get the other two. They might also have gone back and put this in a box. It's been years since I bought this. So this is fun bestiary So we have a spring keeper. This is what I pulled last time. Last time I pulled from this deck was like probably 8, 9 months ago. Or you guys can see on YouTube. It's on. Oh no, I don't think I listed it. But it is on. Okay. So let's see what we have. Wait, did she do the same thing in the table of contents? Because I think I'll just read. She did. Okay, let's see what we get. This is kind of fun because I was 1.5 columns in when I found the one we were on. So let's see now. Oh, let's see. Yeah. Double. All right. Oh, wait a minute, everything? No. Oh, house mouse, not that I don't like the house. Have that before. No. All right, so we're gonna put these in. Spotted Smith and Sea Eagle are the 3 cards I have left out. Okay, let's see what we have. So this is the Illustrated Be Scary by Maya Tay. Illustrated by Kate O'Hare. So it looks like the publishing house is Story, Storey, story.com. Oh, okay. Sensation. Let's go with that. Zigzag Spider. Is that really what the web looks like? That is stunning. Oh my, Black Snake is what's on top after you pull that card. So that would have been the bottom of the deck. But we have Zigzag Spider, page 99. I wonder how far down this is. Oh my. Oh, they're not in alphabetical order. Oh no, let's see it. So let's, oh, there it is. White-tailed deer. So let's say like, so I'm gonna say pause, assess, and act. And if you're like, I could use some pause, assess, and act, then go for the white-tailed deer. Look it up. You don't have to go buy a deck. Look it up online for free. If you're lucky enough to listen, you can go see them, go see them. All right, white-tailed deer. Pause, assess, act. Red salmon. Navigate life with determination. They swim upstream. Common raven. Align your inner compass. Monarch butterfly. Digest your past. Spring keeper. That's that frog. Evolve into your next becoming. Common tortoise. Steady on. Black snake. Grow your truth. And because it's right here, this is what the black snake card looks like. So if this image speaks to you, that's the black snake, and it says know your truth. Or grow your truth. Grow your truth. Because they shed their skin. So screech owl is get creative. Cow and bull. Appreciate the process. Black whale. Sync with the psychics. Gray wolf. Nurture connections. Broad winged eagle. Discover the pattern. Whooper swan. Love closely. House mouse. Work together. Sea turtle. Find your element. Nutbatch. Change your perspective. Spotted skunk. Stand up for yourself and have them running. Barn owl. Listen for spirit. Orca. And because I happen to see it under black snake. Orca. Dive under the surface. Something I'll add, I believe that whales and interstellars are in communication. I've had that thought for years. All right, I don't know that they're cognizant of it, but okay. Beaver, make manifest. It makes total sense to me. I'm not beaver anything. Zigzag spider. Everything is connected, and that is going to be on page 99. Zigzag spider. Spider crouches on her leg, feeling the strands of creation. Everything is connected, she murmurs, and understanding those connections is key. So while Spider seems to be sitting on her web waiting for dinner, she's actually taking the temperature of the world and listening for connection. When the breeze ruffles the web's threads, Spider senses the force and direction. The morning dew is thick. Spider sees. She knows that autumn is upon us and beyond that winter when flies are scarce. Your world too is a web. Pause a moment and feel the play in the different strands and how that affects the overall week. Spider reminds you to be still and take the time to understand interconnection. So let's do that right now. Let's take about 60 seconds. And if it's like, I know I'm going to feel my right knee, but that is part of it in internet. So that's my body saying, we have feeling here. It is not ownership, my right knee. It is that we are one. We feel the me. The me is us. So, and that is me, if I don't even know. All right, so let's go take a 60 seconds. I'm just going to breathe, brother, and sit the time. Nothing will be a jaw, and then up, it will turn. It's relaxed, it's good. Go ahead and feel our arms a little. You simply enjoy the sensation. My hair is touching my skin. I'm gonna pull it back, feel the air on my skin. Not something I would notice otherwise, because I took that moment, I thought, I'm gonna feel the air on my skin. I'm gonna feel my skin, the ownership aspect. I am going to feel the air. It can stop it. Oh, I was bringing this glorious energy back into the room and back into zigzag spider. Actually, the energy never is free to go work on this. All right, so energize your intentions, and this is under ritual. An intention is part of a web of energy, action, and relationships. Spider, the ultimate web builder, can help you explore the art of intention. But be careful. Fairy tales teach us that getting exactly what we ask for can end up not being what we really want. Before you energize your intention, it is wise to first hop over the reflection to help you get clear on your goals and the ripple effects. Once you've explored the intention, you can begin to energize it. So hold on. So it wants us to go over here. Okay, before you energize your intention. Okay, so let's go over reflection, then we'll come back. So we're trying to figure out what's our intention? What's one of the things that you'd like to have manifest now? Guys, you can spend the next 6 years tweaking how to manifest. Go for it. I am constantly thinking about this. It's a common topic amongst my friends, groups that go to. Manifestation, however you want to do it. All right, so it says, consider your web. Spider knows everything is interconnected. That pulling one strand of the web can affect the shape of the whole. An intention and the actions that make it happen creates a strong pull on the web of which you are a part. So before you begin doing the work of manifesting an intention, Carefully examine the cause and effect your intention will put in motion. Nothing happens in a vacuum. Consider your web of effect in a process called mind mapping. On a blank piece of paper, identify your intention and place it in a circle at the center of the paper. This is the core of your web. Each in its own circle, begin writing all the things which will be affected by putting your intention in motion. For example, if you intend to do yoga 3 times a week, there is a ripple effect that might reach your partner, kids, job, and even the yoga teacher. Consider your intention's relationship to family, friends, finances, career, home, spiritual life, and other areas of your world. Be thorough in your investigation. There's yin and yang to everything. Examine both the bright side and the shadow. Now that you've identified how your intention might affect the world around you, you can begin the manifestation process. We go back to energizing your intention. So now that you've done that reflection, consider your life. It's called the, what do they used to call that? They call it mind mapping a little bit. You have this thing, there's a favorite writing thing, the same thing. I can't think. Anyway, so energize your intentions. Imagine you are a spider sitting in your web. Now that web you just threw, all those words there. Now you're the spider sitting there. Set up an altar with your intention as its focus. Don't know how to build an altar? Turn to Beaver on page 105. I love it. Know that every time you work on your intention altar, you are energizing your desires. You can do this by making an offering, a lit candle, a song, or a prayer. You can meditate or offer Reiki, giving a little bit of energy to the intention held in your life. Use symbols to energize your intention. If you are intending to attract love, you might burn rose petals, and you don't need to burn them. If you're uncomfortable with fire, don't use it. You're going to screw it up. Like, if you're not comfortable, if you're not happy, then you're bringing discomfort and dis-ease into them. Create a ritual to symbolize bringing your intention into being. Many of our cultural rituals fall into this category. A wedding sets an intention for the future of the couple. A birthday party carries wishes for the year to come. Now, I do want to, because it's Beaver energy, and I just love it, we're going to go to Beaver. And it wants to know, it's saying, how do you, the whole idea of Beaver energy is creating this altar. So we're going to go there. So we didn't pull Beaver, but we can see what it looks like through the book. That's what the actual Beaver part looks like in the book. Beaver doesn't just sit around thinking. He plans, then executes, carefully damming up waterways to construct the ponds and swamplands where he builds his island home. And that home? It's a marvel of modern engineering, with an underwater entrance, snug, dry bedrooms, and plenty of storage for winter-proof steps. Beaver knows how to fundamentally change landscapes, bringing water to barren areas. Call on Beaver when you are ready for foundational change, whether remaking an inner landscape or creating something new in the world at large. That's why I love this energy. Beaver teaches us not only how to make manifest, moving from thought to reality, but how to plan for the future. You see that? It's not just impulse action, it's thought, it's longevity of the project. Whatever you hope to accomplish, call on Beaver's medicine to help you go from idea to done. Now, here's where we're coming into the altar. Okay. And actually in the book, if you were just reading the book, you would come very close exact, so they would have already talked about it. So it's really relevant. So they would have already talked about it. All right, clear space for an altar. And this is how we're going to build it. This is one way you can build an altar. Creating an altar is an act of designating sacred space. It's a place for honoring, meditation, reflection, and for dreaming. Here's how to build it. Yeah, proper. Find a place to build your altar. That would be an excellent start, right? Yeah. You can put an altar on top of the fridge or in a box under the bed. Don't get too precious about it. Use the fireplace mantle, a windowsill, a corner of your desk, or an old stump in the yard. You declaring this is sacred space makes it a sacred space. You can also have altars out in the wild. You don't have to like, you know, you can have a maximalist attitude about your altar only using found items. Let's say you don't have a backyard, but you do have a park. You have access to a tree, especially like a dead one, that's something inside. And you create that space through intention. You can think of the moon as your altar. Totally. And it's there with you every day and every night. And you imagine, you set your intention for what it is that you showcase on the moon. What do you really need to showcase in the altar? What do you really have to showcase? Not looking at that. Okay, think about what you're doing. If you're going to go buy a bunch of sweatshop shit that's getting knocked off constantly, it's going to end up in a landfill. That is absolutely part of your intention for this altar, to create surplus and toxicity. So please be careful about what you do. Now, let's say you've got 1,500 pink flamingos or some fuck up reason. Actually, I called for 1,500 for one. Let's say you want to somehow use those on your altar. Take a picture of this 1,500 flamingos and take it off space. But let's go ahead and say that you actually have thought of your front lawn as one big altar. Stick those fuckers out there. Put a bunch of flamingos in your front yard. That's your altar. And it can be a temporary one until you get that HO letter telling you to cease and desist. Read the phlegm. So your altar is wherever and whatever you want it. These are suggestions. Excuse me. I can feel it. There's like a couple of good coughs just to get that last one out of it. All right, clean your spot. Maybe that means soap and water, or maybe you want to cleanse it energetically by burning sage, cedar, mugwort, or your favorite incense. The idea is to create a blank canvas to which you can purposefully add things. The clearing off is also part of the consecration. The energetic act turning something mundane, like a tabletop, into something sacred. Elemental symbols, such as a candle for fire, a bowl for water, a bowl of water for water, a plant for earth, or a feather for air. And I'm going to back that shit up. Okay. So let's go ahead and say, oh, elemental symbols. Fire. We have the sun. A bowl of water for water. We are water. We got a lot of water in our body. A plant for earth. And a feather for air. Air. All day long. For free. All that shit's for free. You do not need to buy anything. These are suggestions and they're wonderful. Do it your way. Okay. Don't have to draw a picture or write out the fucking word water, air, earth, you know, it's however you want to do it. There's no wrong way necessarily. The only caveat to that, I think, is that do not harm yourself and do not harm others. I mean, probably pretty good. Okay. Can be placed on your altar to represent the material stuff out of which everything is made. The elements also represent you. Here we go, girls. Earth is your body. Air is your breath. Water is emotion. And fire is spirit. So I went and actually said sun, earth, air, and then the water. Okay. Representing the elements on your altar brings you to this sacred state. You're already in the sacred space. I think this can help you get you there. Fuck it. All right. Now the reflection is what's sacred to you. We're still working with Beaver energy. The next step in creating your altar is to reflect on what's sacred to you right now. It can change. And it may be different from what it was before, but valid because it is now. Knowing this will change over time. Boom. Perhaps today you're thinking about your lineage and your ancestors feel near and sacred. Next week you might be working with animal medicine and using your altar as a place to reflect on it. Just thought of a local altar. There's a supper it's a silent supper, and you can hold these as often as you would like at the prison holidays. And you invite your ancestors in, so it could be just you at this dinner. You set the table like they're sitting there, and you don't have to know them, who's coming, what their name is, or how many. Just put a couple places. How big is your coffee table? How much floor space do you want to dedicate to this? Wherever you walk to outside, just plop your ass down and sit and see what you can do with what you have. You can pretend there's a plate, get some twigs and make a circle, because we are a circle. We are all circles. At the end, if you choose to have 3 participants, you and 2 guides, 2 ancestors, 2 spirits, 2 entities, 2 whatever, you'll have 3. The trifecta, the beginning of the pattern. It's showing that there is a pattern. You have to have 3 to have a pattern. And this is your altar. This supper, this temporary state is your altar. Impermanence can hold permanence. All right. Think of your altar as a workspace for your spiritual gains. And since you're always spiritual, you are wherever, or your altar is wherever you go. What you put on your altar will depend on what you are currently working on spiritually. Remember, this space needs to be sacred to no one but you. Add things to your altar beginning on the eastern side. Well, how heard that? Why? Add things to your altar beginning on the eastern side and moving westward to honor the movement of the sun. You have to west to east. Is that like a nod to Sister Moon? Beginning at the end of the day and working backwards to the new energy. Okay, let's keep it. You could also place items in a clockwise pattern to build energy, or a counterclockwise pattern. So clockwise is the way that the clock plans go: 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock. But if you took it and just moved it backwards, that's counterclockwise. Intuition, intuitive, counterintuitive. It's like intuition, intuitive. Oh, that feels good. Counterintuitive, even though I'm thinking it feels like I gotta push against the wall for that. And then I'll give you that second again. Okay, so you might want to include a candle, statue, crystal, or bowl of water as a focal point for quiet reflection. Making an altar is a creative act, so feel into it. Finally, notice how you built your altar. Is it symmetrical or asymmetrical? Is it sparse or full? Simply use this to gather information about yourself and your current and your judgment. Current energy. You might wake up tomorrow and be like, oh no, we're changing. And take pictures and post. Please subscribe to my channel. I'm gonna say that and think of it. My goal is to get to the Omega Institute. And a friend of mine told me that one of the best ways to get noticed is to have numbers and subscribers. So I appreciate you. I also love the passionality. So please subscribe. Ooh, a little bit darker, not like by nature, just like I guess it was by nature. The colors seem a little more. I feel like it is a little bit. Okay, so it's probably gonna be the same setup. The only thing different, it doesn't say it's the same thing. Well, I mean, the pictures look awfully similar. Because I'm saying, did she really not use? No, okay. Kate O'Hara did not get credit on the box, but she did illustrate this. I always like to see illustrator who illustrated it. I like that. I also like knowing who the publishing house is. This is Story, STORY. I have a chandelier. What do we do off of? Illustrated earlier. Wow, my hands were like right away. I was feeling this. We'll have white sage. White sage is the it helps to clear, but it also has natural antibacterial qualities. So we have a murder of crows. We have 4 symbols representing the 4 elements of water, earth, air, and fire. And we have a lot of bones. There might be chromosomes. And then we also have white sage that is bound. And it's a white sage that's bound. This says 36 bewitching botanicals. And this is okay. Chickweed, dark buck, Daisy. Be yourself. Oh, are you looking for a baby name? Daisy. One of my daughters is named Lily. Red clover, center and brown. Sweet violet, inner sanctum. Apple, forbidden fruit. That's a biblical reference. And then we have white sage, cleared away. So let's go ahead and go there to page 36. Here we are, white sage. Life can be sticky. Members of the sage clan have been used in a multitude of cultures for clearing the invisible risks of energy that come. Barnacle liked people and places. Whether you think of those energies as your own spent emotions or the leftover emanations of someone else's, sage can help you make your peace and move on. Sage is sacred because it clears the way, creating a blank canvas and an open path, allowing you the opportunity to reach your full potential. Sage's appearance tells you that a block needs to be cleared, whether you can name it or not, so you can move forward. It's true, even if you can't name it, but if you can't name it, but you're feeling it, I think that's okay. You can always go speak, if you have the option to speak with a therapist, trying to find someone, a friend, yourself, but also, perhaps try not to blame yourself or do any kind of shame. It's life. I just suddenly had this idea of someone being on the ledge of a building. Someone was watching this video and saying, I'm on a ledge. Like they're not actually there, but they feel like I could just step off and be gone. You could also climb back on the building and think about it. Until you're actually gone, you're thinking about me. So be here. Give yourself complete and total respect to give it full thought. Get back in the fucking building. And think about this, man. Okay, so let's see. So the ritual of by the smoke. I just saw the person on the ledge again, but then the smoke was rising up. And they were mad. The person was mad because now that the smoke was here, it was obscuring their vision. And they were pissed off that they weren't in complete control, but they were about to commit, they were about to let go. They're about to, I don't know if they're about to kill themselves. They're gonna jump off the fucking building. It's pretty one-ended there, you know? Why would you do that? You're not the narrator, you're still the fucking narrator. You're just deciding to kill yourself in obscurity. What is the not trying to say you shouldn't feel this way. I totally respect you feel that way, but I don't think this is the way to go. Because then it's over. At least here, even if you're just sharing what you're thinking about yourself and your world, it's important to understand that people want to feel you safe. They really do. So share these thoughts. Share as much as you're comfortable sharing with whomever, including just go on live on YouTube. It's free to set up an account. And let yourself be heard. No, fuck that. It's not like you're stopping yourself from being heard. Speak and be heard. All right, so by the smoke. Wow. You can use smoke from plants like sage, cedar, or sweetgrass, to name a few, as a blessing or way of clearing negative energies. This does for your energy field what the reset button does for your computer. Anyway, the ancients believed that burning released the plant's spirit, so it could assist us in keeping the air clear of emotions and the emanations of illness. Modern science shows that sage smoke contains volatile compounds which kill airborne bacteria, and so the ancient and the modern alike. Sadly, white sage, which is used in ceremony by peoples native to the American Southwest, is being over-harvested in the wild, making it difficult for people who have traditionally used it to properly harvest this sacred herb. Culinary sage, which both Celtic and Middle Eastern cultures have used for this purpose, is readily available and might even be grown in your own garden. When we talked about intention and altar, this is what this, I believe, is being said here. What is your intention to use white sage? So your intention is to further brutalize this species of plant. So instead of that, just use culinary sage, which isn't going to have any sort of brutal environment, a brutal reaction environment. Sorry, isn't going to cause the environment to be brutal. So maybe that's better, but that's all part of it. Does it require you to look up white sage? Yeah, I think you should probably Google everything that you're buying or ingesting to make sure that it's safe and what the impact is on our world and the people in it. So yeah, I drive a 2004 gas guzzling Expedition. So I say this and recognize that it's not a possibility. And I zen on the ship. But do I try? That's my intention. All right. Smoke bathing is simple to do. Take either a bundle or a loose piece of dried sage, light it, and then tamp out the flame so that the leaf is smoldering and smoky. Move the sage around your body or home so the smoke touches everything. If you're smoke bathing a person, be sure to pass the smoke over their palms because our hands are where we make contact with other people. And the reflection is letting go. Modern psychology teaches that we need to understand our emotions before we can release them. In contrast, traditional healing and shamanic practices offer release without conscious cognitive awareness. When you smoke bathe, you're taking advantage of the latter, letting the smoke lift away whatever isn't serving your path in life. Check in with yourself, like the person on the ledge of smoke. Check in. Understand why this is affecting you the way it is. Are you willing? So did you hear what I just said? Understand what's happening, but the next statement is, are you willing to release without them? Okay, someone on a ledge is probably going to need more help than that, but are you? Am I going to release it right now? But I would like to. I think I probably do on some stuff I do because I have recognition of it. I understand that pursuing this isn't going to go well, or thinking about it doesn't serve no one any benefit. So then it says the 4 elements. When I smoke bathe, I like to use a seashell to catch the ash and a feather as a fan. This allows me to represent the 4 elements in my ritual. So sage is the earth, feather is air, flame is fire, and shell is water. But they're using it for the smoke. That's really interesting. The sage is for the earth, the feather that she holds is for air, the flame is what is burning back the sage, that part is the fire, and the shell that she uses to move the smoke around, so it doesn't have any water in it, but it represents water because it's hot. I like that. I like, all right, that was fun. Did we do all good? I think so. I wonder how long we've been doing it. I think this might have lasted a while. I hopped on and I thought, well, we'll talk about these 3. I was going to get the way of the forest, and then I saw these suckers, and I was like, oh, so we did these. But I also do want to read, and this is going to be kind of sporadic, not any set day of the week, but once a week I want to sit down, it might be Wednesdays, and read to you from some sets I have that it wouldn't be possible to really read in the room. It would take it off, and it doesn't necessarily have to flow it on. But I also have before tarot, between tarot, and it's a three-lock set that we've never done. So we'll definitely do that. But I think that's what the faces are going to do. So I hope that you found something today. I hope that you found friendship, love, I hope that you found light. I hope that you found presence. And whatever you found, I hope that you walk in and experience it. And I hope that you can resurrect joy in that experience. Wow, that's a great. Thank you so much. Please subscribe. Help me get to Omega. And check out Omega. You might want to go. It's a beautiful campus in upstate New York. They have wonderful week long, and I think even day activities. Become a member. Go visit. Help me get there. Please subscribe. All right, guys. No, there's no thank I don't want to end. Okay, I'm gonna end live stream, but I don't know how long it goes. Okay, so I have to stop talking before I end the live stream. I'm gonna count. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna count to 5 and then click end live stream, and then I'm gonna start counting again, and then I'm gonna go watch and see how many seconds for what. Does that make sense? I think so, because I need a buffer before I click them. So I'm gonna be counting to 5, but I want to see how many seconds before it counts. I'm gonna count to 10 to be on the safe side. Okay, 1. Oh, yeah, I have to click that. So I'm not gonna click it until I count to 10. Okay, 1, 2, 3.